And right into the stretch. Looking back and throws up the middle. Rose is on his way around. Picked up by Otis.
Here comes the ready and nine. Here comes the boys from the south. Here comes the ready and nine. How you like me now? I say, here comes the boom, ready and nine. Here comes the boys from the south. Boom, here comes the boom, ready and nine. How you like me now?
You don't live in Cleveland, you live in Cincinnati.
You are watching live to the best damn Cincinnati sports podcast this side of Midwest Best BBQ. We picked them tonight because we're giving away our jersey. My name is Santori Miles. We got Cincy James. We got Big Savage Greg. We got Bengal Dad. How we doing? Hootie!
Woo!
Yeah, depressed.
Ooh.
It is what it is.
Filler.
Yeah. So I'm not going to be on too much tonight. My wife worked like 90 hours this week, and we have a couple dinner dates that we need to catch up on. So I'm going to stick around for our introduction.
So are you eating twice tonight?
I barely ate the first time. I had a pack of peanut butter crackers. That's all. That is the only food I've had today is a pack of peanut butter crackers.
I had peanut butter bagel for dinner, so we have something in common.
Ew. Okay. I don't like peanut butter really. That was I woofed them down.
What?
Yeah.
You are not Bengal Dad.
I don't like peanut. You know that. I'm not a huge peanut butter person. Anywho, Dad, you have a job that you're supposed to do. What's the name of our show?
Rally Around the Natty.
Yeah, we always forget to say the name of our show in our show. So that's the name of our show.
That's my job.
And
so
Darcy's
we
ready
are
to rally around something.
Yeah, it's I'm going to let you guys take care of a lot of the sports talk tonight, but I definitely wanted to be here for the jersey giveaway. So I think we should dive into that. But first, Dad, you got a package in the mail.
Yeah.
And it is from one of our followers. I know what it is. And you need to open it right now.
Well, let me go grab it. Let me go grab it.
Oh, this is going to be great. little gift from a man with the initials P.
Don't say anything yet.
Does he know?
No.
Yeah.
Dad knows nothing.
He's not even in the room.
Well, he could still hear. He's got them rabbit ears, you know. Every time I talk about him at work, I get a phone call. His ears are always burning.
Right.
He knows. Where was this package? Is it like
the mailbox?
Is it on like the other side of like Narnia? What's going on here? Hello.
Well, Greg, do you want to do? Well, no. I guess we'll wait until we start the jersey giveaway. I was going to say read the reading, but just the past
Maybe come back.
But
I can do it quickly. I don't mind.
He'll be back in a second.
Yeah,
it'll be okay. But
maybe he may have like just freaking fell into a sewer or something. I don't know what happened to him.
Well, it is a big house. I mean, you don't know.
It's a small house.
Okay.
Who dey, Matt? Got some people in the chat. Gotta love seeing it.
I lose my way around my house. So.
I get lost in the bed sometimes. Like I'll wake up a different direction than I fell asleep. The comforter's off. Like I got one sock on. I don't know what happened.
Right.
I had a dream that said that I got catfished by some lady named Mrs. Sylvester.
You got catfished by Mrs. Sylvester?
Yeah, it was my boss, and he said I never did that.
All right. Open it up. I do. First off, I do like the hoodie. Cincy Till I Die.
That is cool.
That's a good one.
I got to get that myself.
Even though we don't like the outcomes, we're still Cincy till we die.
Excellent.
I see orange.
You should see
black.
You should see orange and black.
I do see orange and black.
Heck, Pfeiffer.
Mike
I hope
Pfeiffer.
Entertaining too.
It's Cincy Hoodrat.
Yeah,
your boy taking the game yesterday. Michael, I can still kick your ass in bowling. Just know that.
Uh-oh.
That's awesome. Rally Around Bengal Dad. That's cool.
So that is courtesy of Pork Chop.
Pork
It is
chop.
That is a one-off. You cannot buy that shirt. That is a special edition for you.
Awesome.
He wanted to make sure you got that.
Well, thank you, poor Josh.
I like the close-up. It looked good.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's part of his shop. I believe it's Chop Shop 513.
513 or something. Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Pork Chop.
Yeah. Oh my God, Penny. No. So we were over at Shelley's the other night, just all hanging out before the game Saturday night.
My mom.
And they have a very large curly dog. I don't know what dog it is. A doodle.
Curly dog.
It's a
Doodle mixed with a dinosaur. I don't know what's going on there.
it's part horse.
Yeah. And it loves everybody. It loves Greg. It loves James. It wanted to eat my face. It hated me.
I think she smelled Walter White on you.
I think it's the beard. Really, I do. But with that being said, I do want to get into this jersey giveaway because that's about all I'm going to be able to stay on for. It's something that we promote endlessly. So, Greg, if you could go ahead and do the Midwest Best read, give them their credit because they are the ones that essentially pay for this jersey now.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do this one as best as I can here. Are you looking for great food, great atmosphere, and even better people? Well, look no further than Midwest Best BBQ and Creamery. Head on down to 669 Justice Court in Loveland to chow down on their wings, barbecue, mac and cheese, sandwiches, ice cream, and so much more. They even offer catering services too. And to top things off, the owners Tim and Nicole are massive Bengals fans. Don't wait. Go to www.midwestbestbbq.com to get your carry-out or delivery order placed, or go to dine and enjoy the sights and smells of Midwest Best BBQ and Creamery, which is open Wednesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sunday, 12 p.m. to 7 p.m.
All right, so I'm going to try and show how we're doing this here just so y'all can see how I'm randomizing this. I did not have the time, patience, or willpower to type in 232 names into one of those wheels.
Right.
So I found a way to randomize it through Excel, and I'll show how it does this. Basically, what I'm going to do is I have typed everybody's name out the appropriate amount of times for how many donations that you have given. So full transparency. There's 232 entries. Some people have one. Some people have 108. There's been some very, very generous people. We're thankful for all of it, whether it's $1 or $1,000. The way this works is I sort and write everybody's name down the side just so you can see how it is here. And I type in a function equals random, open, close parentheses, and it generates a number. And it generates it really fast. Mm-hmm. What I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to do that, and you can see how there's a number next to each person's name. I will sort by the lowest number, and whoever ends up having the lowest number at the very end, well, that's the highest number. The lowest number at the very end, as you can see how it switched it all out of place, that'll be it. So that's the way I'm going to do it.
Wait, did it sort it correctly?
I don't know.
No,
it's supposed to.
No, it didn't.
How do I do this? How do we give it away then?
Well, you were doing it A to Z. Does that matter?
No.
Do you have to do it numerically?
You guys can see technically. What I don't like is that it changed the number after I did it.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know why. So we're going to get this right before I do it so nobody thinks that they're getting gypped here. Nope, changed it again. Don't like that. All right, I'm going to find another way to do this while we do it. And it might just be me inputting stuff. But we'll figure it out as we go here.
I have a way.
You have a way?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your way?
Well, start with a person that's got 108 of them.
Yeah.
And you put their name where it says person 1 all the way down to line 108. You copy and paste it.
That's what I've done on the other sheet.
Well, that's all you do. And then in the randomizer, you put the numbers in. And then do a random. It's going to select number 210. And you go to your spreadsheet, and there it is.
How do I do that?
I don't know. I've never used a randomizer. However you enter a name, just enter a number.
Oh, my God.
Riveting.
So I got to type 232 numbers now?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess what Dad got.
He's got the Bengals.
He got a Bengals Crown Royal. Glad I didn't buy it for you. I thought about it.
Yeah.
I've got one.
I bought one for a friend of
It's a
mine.
good-looking box, but there is one thing disappointing.
So there's two. But
It's not on the bottle.
Yeah, I know. What was your
That's why I didn't buy it.
Yep.
What was your reaction to that?
That it wasn't on the bottle?
Yeah. What was your reaction?
I was looking for it and couldn't find it. It was like,
there's another thing,
but
though.
at least it's on the box.
There's another thing. It's on the bag,
And it's on the bag, too.
but the bag is purple. It would have been
Purple.
better if they made it orange.
How do I select the random? This
Or
is
black.
gonna drive me insane now.
Well,
I
why-
thought
how
that was
about
gonna
while
work
you're
in the
trying to
beginning.
fix it, why don't we talk about the game?
Go for it.
Okay. So this is also brought to you by Midwest Best BBQ. Steelers versus Bengals recap. Obviously not the most awesome outcome. Seemed like every phase of the game didn't really work well. Didn't seem like there were good punts. Didn't seem like there was good. Oops, sorry. Mira decided to go nuts. Bengal Dad, take it away, please.
Sure. Well, from what I saw, I was. This is probably more of a segment for what grinds my gears, but I'm going to stay very calm about it. I think we saw Zach Taylor's worst game as a head coach. He had 10 days to get ready for a game that was very, very important, in my opinion. I don't like losing. I don't like throwing in the towel. I don't like the fact that whoever the quarterback was going to be other than Burrow, that, yeah, we're probably not going to win a Super Bowl. But that doesn't mean that you just take your chips and walk away.
Right.
He didn't put any chip in. He pulled it all away. And I really, really was disappointed in that. And you could see it in the effort on the defense. And if you wanted to look at the microcosm of the defense, was that run by Najee Harris, where he carried literally like 8 people 20 yards. What team wanted to win that game? And that's really disappointing because I always thought Zach Taylor's calling card was his team never quits on him. And they looked like they quit yesterday, and it was really, really, really disappointing to watch that game.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they're going to probably run Jake Browning out again next week, which I wouldn't run Jake Browning out there. His numbers, his yardage didn't look bad, but let's face it, he got 31 or 35 yards on a little flip pass after it was already a 2-score game to Mixon, and he probably got another 30 or 40 yards on 2 passes that very well could have been intercepted, that were deflected. And just as we were all bent out of shape when Lamar Jackson threw one, they got deflected and that guy caught it and ran in for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
We did that twice.
Yeah.
We just didn't run in for a touchdown. I don't know. Browning looked very, very – he reminded me of a kid they would bring up from the minor leagues and strikes out like 10 of his first 12 at-bats. He just looked so overmatched. Mm. Anytime that first read was not there, he couldn't find a second receiver. Yeah. He didn't scramble. He didn't do anything. And why do we run the ball only 8 times when you got a quarterback that's never seen that defense before? Try to take a little pressure off him. I don't care if Mixon runs for 1 yard or 2 yards or 3 yards, whatever it is. That's better than sending him. I don't know how many dropbacks he had. I'm assuming 35 or more, probably. That's way too many, and that ratio was like 5 to 1.
He had 30 dropbacks.
30? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, not to interrupt, but Santori, someone did message me. You can download an app to generate a random number. I don't know if that helps at all. Or
it doesn't right now, but I figured it out. So
okay,
there we go.
Yeah, but Bengal Dad. If you know how heartbroken I was,
you can just highlight them all and hit right click, and they randomize. So
Bengal Dad,
we're gonna take the one at the top.
It was well known when every time Yosibas came in, I was screaming my head off. But what was even more aggravating was he was wide open down the field most of the time.
All right.
Well,
So-
I wasn't at the game, so I don't know how open everybody was. But if to judge Browning, they were all blanketed every play.
No, they were not.
He only threw the ball downfield one time. That was the one to chase. Everything else, he was hesitant, and he would like flip it.
Yep.
It's like, where's this arm? I mean, he was scared to death, and
No,
I'm
he
not
was
saying
scared.
I wouldn't be scared to death, but
Right.
I've seen players that haven't been in a game for 4 years look a whole lot better than that.
Well, look at Mike White, who had no look at him for the Jets, who really had no experience when he beat us a couple years ago when we won the Super Bowl.
And I'll have no way to prove this, but I bet you if that kid from Loveland High School, if they'd have promoted him and put him in that position, he would not have looked as scared. Who's that kid that's our number 3?
Drew Plitt.
Yeah, Plitt.
And I go, people are saying, well, yeah, this is the same stuff we saw in preseason from Browning. Well, what I saw from Plitt 2 years ago in preseason, I think he went 6 for 6 or 7 for 7. He wasn't scared. He looked more like a gunslinger to me than Browning. And I anticipated Browning to look like a gunslinger. He threw balls that looked like he was throwing darts.
All right.
Just didn't like what I saw at all.
Sorry to cut everybody off, but
Apparently we got two chickens in the chat.
yeah, I don't believe that for a minute. Anywho, this is how I'm going to do this, and this is an example, okay? So let's say there's 7 entries, right? What I do is I highlight the column, go down here, I hit randomize range. It spits out a new one. I'm going to do it 3 times.
And whoever comes to the top wins.
And whoever's on the top at the end of the 3rd one wins.
There we go.
Sound good? There are currently 232 entries. There's a lot. So,
Here we go.
name one. Randomizer 1.
You don't win, remember?
You don't win this one. Oh, Robert, you
It's
were
not
close. You were
not
2
Robert.
away, Robert.
Robert only had 1 entry. That would have been a hell of a win.
Yes, it was. Randomizer 2. Tyler
Tyler.
Bowles.
Oh, Tyler.
Look at Robert. He's hanging in
He's
there.
hanging in there. Here we go. The winner.
And for the jersey, Shelly!
All right.
How about Robert with 3 top 5 finishes, though?
Yeah.
Congrats, Rob.
Congrats, Shelly. You are the winner of the jersey. Just this is why I also wanted to randomize it and have it be live because she had 108 entries.
Congrats. Thank you, Shelly.
Bless her heart. She donated over $1,000 to different organizations during the year, sent us every single receipt.
Yep.
And I didn't want it to just seem like we were giving a jersey away to a family friend. She 100% earned it. It's not my place to read all of the receipts, but if anybody wants to challenge me on it, I'll go to battle for her. So congratulations to Shelly. I do want to thank every single person that donated to whatever charity they decided to go to. I'm not going to take all of the credit as the show here, but you guys together were able to put up for charities that you donated to nearly $1,800 this year.
Yep.
Last year we were right at about 850, so we cleared double.
Yeah.
I'm not going to shoot for double again next year, but if we can keep that up, you're doing a lot of good for your community. So Shelly, just get in touch with James. Congratulations. Great tax deduction as well, Amy. You're correct. But congratulations to Shelly. And we'll get it all taken care of. With that being said, I am going to duck out of here a little early tonight. I think that was more than fair and more than transparent for everybody. So if you have a gripe, I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, you still did really good for your community one way or the other.
Yeah, last year we had Meg Burr. Everybody knows her. We had her win.
So last year we had 103 entries when all was said and done, and she had 3.
Yeah.
So she had less than a 3% chance to win, and she won.
Mm-hmm. This year, the person that donated the most actually won. You know.
Yep. So we're no rhyme or reason yet.
Absolutely. Well, man, have fun tonight.
Yep.
Have fun with your wife. Enjoy the time.
I got to figure out a place to take her, though. I still don't know.
Jeff
where
Ruby.
we're gonna go.
Burger King.
Jeff Ruby's. Are you insane, sir?
Burger King. Come on, Burger King.
We went to Waffle House the other night, to be fair. That's kind of a regular. Burger King.
You went where the other night?
Texas Roadhouse. Come on, Roadhouse.
Waffle House.
Yeah,
there we go.
Barrel House.
I thought about Barrel House, actually.
Go to the Barrel House.
There we go.
It's just this is going to sound really weird because I'm going to have this problem literally anywhere I go. It's so cold outside. And for whatever reason, that parking lot at Barrel House seems like it lasts forever, even though it's super tiny. See, now, Mike.
Of course.
Mike suggests Skyline.
He also threw some trash talk out there, too.
I'll take you in bowling with your broken balls and I'll just outrain you. I beat you in Boston, Mike.
I don't think you did.
No, he had boots on. I beat him because that was his complaint. I'm in jeans and boots, Merc. Well, I don't give a shit, Mike. Take them off. Let's go.
I got a gripe with him, too, by the way. I got a gripe with you, son, and with him. So my son and Mike Pfeiffer is my best friend. So my son and my best friend I have gripes with.
What?
Because both of you have you both have loser mentalities right now. Mike's going to get so mad he's going to probably drive from Chicago right now to try to kick my butt. But it's a loser mentality.
I would probably
I want an easier schedule next year, so let's lose the final 7 games.
Listen, I don't think that necessarily.
Well, Mike does. On the other hand,
it's a benefit if it happens. Great, but I'm not rooting for it.
Wait a minute. You, on the other hand, you said to me yesterday that might be the most fun I've ever had at a Bengal game.
Oh well,
are you freaking nuts?
Here's the thing: you were not sitting next to Kieran and I.
I mean, I can tell jokes with the best of them. It can be fun, but that's not the purpose of going to
Just say, Tori, please tell Kieran the Kieran stuff.
We were just shouting super family-friendly insults at Kenny Pickett.
The dog from
literally every single play. And there's a certain group of fans in front of us that will be remained nameless. But they started writing down all of our insults and text them to Kieran at the end of the game. I wish I had them on me at this moment. But they were all just super dumb. It was stuff that just it was stuff that like mildly annoys people. Like at one point, Kieran. Keep in mind, Kieran is the same guy that at a soccer game yelled at the referees, "You need to go get to your optometrist to get your vision checked because those penalties aren't they're all long-winded." Right. And we were just sitting there bouncing them off of each other. Literally the whole game. Like we didn't stop until the 4th quarter.
What's the business, bro?
At one point, the one that made me laugh was he stood up and was real quiet and yelled, Kenny Pickett doesn't put his grocery cart back at Kroger. He's a criminal. Yeah. And it's little stupid stuff.
What was the one that he doesn't like the dog from Up or something?
Kenny Pickett doesn't like the dog from Disney Pixar's Up.
Yeah. Like that's not nice,
Doug. That's not nice. We love him. I mean, there was just so many. We had a list of like 50 of them. Kenny Pickett doesn't know Victoria's Secret was another one. Like we were just over and over and over. And you probably would have been very annoyed with it because it just kept hitting Freiermuth for 7-yard passes right over the middle. Mm-hmm. But we were having some fun with it. And at one point, we ran out of insults. So we just started throwing compliments at the Bengals. Like Jake Browning donates to like dog shelters. Yeah.
No, he said, no. Kenny Pickett thinks Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Kenny Pickett doesn't believe Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie. Like Kenny Pickett wipes back to front, and that's a hygiene problem. Like he kept going. Kenny Pickett beats up little kids in dodgeball, like just things that are just mildly like you'd be like, if you'd say it, but it was just over and over and over and over. And maybe it's because I had the mindset that the season was over and I was willing just to kind of have fun with it. Because, I mean, here's the thing. I was like, yeah, I know if we win, we're the number 7 seed, and there's still competitive juices. But what is the likelihood that even if you make it, that you're not getting the absolute breaks beat off of you in round 1 by somebody?
I get that, and I am not one that wants to just get to the playoffs. I have told that to other people.
I would rather
it is Super Bowl or bust.
I would rather, and see, that's where I'm at. I'd rather miss.
Oh, here we go. Wow, what we got here?
Whoa!
If you're a Bengal fan and have a brain, the fact that what is this? The fact we're not going anywhere this year. Next year has to be the focus. Let's get a good draft position to take him. Who knows if we're even going to draft somebody good? I mean, we're just assuming that we're going to draft somebody.
Here's the one caveat to that. I didn't have fun losing. Okay, I was still there to the very last snap. I didn't leave when everybody else left. You can ask James. I was the last one of that damn stadium.
Yep. And I'll admit, I didn't go. I didn't want to see him lose. I was watching all the way to the bitter end on TV.
I stay till the last second, and I'm the last one in my section every single time. You can't and here's the thing. Greg has season tickets next to me. James has season tickets next to me. I'm the last one there. Typically, the last thing I see is Greg walking in front of me and looking back up at me like a sad puppy because we've lost like the last 4 games I've been to. Like, are you leaving or not?
We'll say, Tori, I couldn't. I rode with you the first game, so I know that for a fact. There was nobody there. Everything was silent. We did see Tim and Nicole from Midwest Best. They were the second.
Yeah, I wanted to leave, and you're like fraternizing with people in the bathroom. And I'm like, Greg, come on. Okay, like I've stayed too long. Anywho.
Well, that was funny.
The one caveat with Mike's get a good draft pick. Depending on what the NFL decides to do with Joe Burrow's old wrist issue thing that they're still investigating, the penalty would be losing the draft pick.
I don't think the NFL is going to do anything about it.
I don't think they will. But then if everybody's like, yeah, we lost all these games, top 10 pick, and the NFL's like, nope, everybody. They'd be so mad. That would be one of those things where everybody goes, see, the NFL doesn't want us to win. I'm like, it's a punishment. You knew it was coming.
Who thinks that, Santori?
A lot of people.
I'm kidding.
But yeah, I am going to jump off here as much as Mike wants to try and pick fights with me right now. I'm sorry that you lost in Boston. I'm sorry that you would lose again if we went bowling. You can ask Greg. He thinks I'm the best bowler on the planet right now.
No, you helped me out. You're a good coach.
Mm-hmm. See, that's all it takes, Michael. Come on down. We're waiting for you.
Michael out there.
Mm-hmm. I do it all the time. He cannot stand if I talk a little bit of shit because he's so damn competitive.
Yeah.
That he knows that he can't do anything at this moment to try and prove it wrong. So the next time he sees me, there is gonna be some shit talking. I know there is, and I love him dearly. He's been Dad's best friend since what? How long? Like 81.
Yeah.
It's
80, 79.
I've known Mike my whole life, so he's a good dude. I just like talking shit. But I am gonna jump off here. So
enjoy your time, buddy.
Off here. I need to get these guys' opinions. Because your opinion doesn't count right now.
That's fine. I'm good with that. I'm going to go sell another half a car, slowly creep my way.
You do that. Let somebody else do your job for you again.
Really?
And again.
Oh, my God. I'm the one that closed all these damn deals.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
One last zinger.
Belichick is a good coach, but I gotta run him too. Thanks. All right,
buddy. We'll see you.
Yeah,
see you, bro.
See ya. Maybe.
Look. All right. So I do want to throw some stats out here from this game because it was not good.
No.
We almost got doubled up in yards. We had 222 total yards. We had 8 rushes from Joe Mixon. We had 30 dropbacks. The time of possession was basically 15 minutes more in favor of Pittsburgh. We couldn't get a rushing first down. That's how putrid our running was on the small sample size that we had.
Did they run on third down at all?
I don't know.
Because you can't get a rushing first down unless you're talking about running on first or second down.
Well, that's true. I will agree with that, and I will be honest, I don't know the answer, but how long has it been since you've seen that we haven't got a first down from rushing?
Never.
Not one.
I'm still trying to figure out why they even paid Joe Mixon. I mean, we are the least committed team to the run in the NFL.
Well, no, did you guys hear what Brian Callahan said today? They were talking about the running. It was like, we definitely need to get the running game more involved. Well, let's see it.
Yeah, and not only do you have to get the running game more involved, you got to get other players involved in the running game. You can't just rely on Joe Mixon. Let's see what we've got with Chase Brown. Let's see what we got with Travion. I'd like to see him get some more run.
I don't think it matters. If it turns out that we have Walter Payton back there, he's still not going to run the ball because it's not sexy for Zach Taylor to run the ball.
I think
he can have the best running back in the NFL, and he won't run. I don't understand.
I'm sensing a little sarcasm from Ronald, I think. Zach Taylor, greatest in-game coach of all time.
Yeah.
He's
not. To me, right, last week he wasn't a very good alley game coach. He didn't get those guys' heads screwed on straight at all because his head's probably not screwed on straight. He knew the season was over because of Burrow, because this is Joe Burrow's team. Mm-hmm. This is not Zach Taylor's team.
You're right.
Zach Taylor, I think he's probably already done his best coaching, and that's when the team didn't quit on him in his first year.
Right.
And then the Bengals were able to navigate through for 21 and 22. And that team was controlled primarily on, when he would say, go ahead, Joe, do your thing. Once all these games we were behind or tied in the first half, and then Zach just figured, I guess I can't call it a good game. Zach Taylor is getting in the way at this point. I love Zach Taylor as a person, but what I saw yesterday was just very unacceptable.
Yeah.
I can't give up. I'm not one of those people that can give up.
No.
I gave up.
Update. Burrow's surgery was a success, according to Bengals Twitter. They said they just updated. Surgery was a complete success, so that's good news right there. I was looking through my phone. Okay, can we agree whether I don't look at this as tanky or anything, but can we agree some of these players that we know that are going to be here next year need to get some more snaps? Charlie Jones, Chase Brown, and my guy Yoshi. Can we agree they need to get more playing time?
Oh, we're at that point now because since they threw the game away yesterday, we're definitely at that point.
Listen to this. Chase Brown, 0 snaps. Charlie Jones, 4 snaps. Yoshi, 14 snaps. These guys need to get more playing time. They do to get more acclimated. Like I say, that does not mean tanking necessarily, but we got to get these guys more acclimated. You get better with more snaps. Kind of like the preseason in a way. Mm-hmm. You need to play players. Like I say, I'm always going to stay positive. I will never turn my back, but get these guys more involved now. Are we at the point till we say, what do we got to lose right now? Or
well, they have nothing to lose because they've already thrown in the towel.
Well, the playoffs not necessarily just yet, but I know I'm talking crazy. But like James, like you said, I'm not giving up till we're mathematically out.
I agree with that.
Even if it's a 1% chance, I'm still going to – and I'll root like hell either way. But like I say, Yossi Vosh, Bengal Dad, I don't know if you saw on TV, Yossi Vosh was wide open so many times. It just hurt me so badly to see it. I mean, Browning, like I think we talked about him, Bruce, he only had like a one-way vision with players at times. It's like he selected a player and he looked at that. I'm not going to nitpick him because he just got thrown in. He was scared. He looked scared out there. But he needs to see the whole field. That's what he needs to do instead of picking that one player to throw to. Because that one time he did it to Jamar Chase, that interception just totally hurt us. That was an easy field goal. Yoshi was wide open in the end zone. I mean, it's just one of those things. Like I say, I'm willing to give Browning another chance. Let's see what he can do next week.
Yoshi was open multiple times.
So many fields.
I would not give him another chance.
Yeah.
I think
He would be like Ryan Finley. I would never let him play football again. AJ McCarron is here for a reason.
Right.
And if we at least want to be and want to entertain the idea of maybe winning a couple games, just because I'm a football fan and I'm a Bengal fan, and when I turn the game on at 1:00, I turn it on because I want to see them win.
Yeah.
I was that way when they were 2-14. I wanted to see them win. It makes for a better day when the Bengals win.
Oh yeah,
and for them to lay down, and they laid down yesterday. They truly laid down.
Well, when you give up 400 plus yards to a team that hasn't done it in 58 games,
yeah,
it's tough. And you still had a chance to win the game. You're still right there.
Right, and that's a team that had a new offensive coordinator. They had something to prove. He was excited.
He was the run game coordinator, if I'm not mistaken, and they ran it, and they ran it a bunch because Najee Harris, 99 yards he had, and only one of those was the long of 22, so he was getting it, and he did really well. Jaylen Warren, I think he averaged like 3.8 or 3.9. He didn't kill us like I thought he would. Najee Harris did. But I thought that they were going to run the ball during this game because of who they promoted. Sorry. Who they promoted to offensive coordinator. I mean, it was easy to see, and we just couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
It's just beyond me. I can't even.
Right.
I say all the time, if you can't stop the run, you can't win.
Mm-hmm.
We never give our team an opportunity to run to where the other team can't win. I mean, that's what you wanted. You wanted to keep our offense or our defense off the field. You wanted to burn clock. You wanted to put Browning in 3rd and 3s, in 3rd and 4s, not 3rd and 13s. And that's what happens when he goes back to pass. He throws he'll throw an incomplete pass, or he'll take a sack, or anything, a holding penalty, whatever. They just.
Well, Bengal Dad, we had them plenty of times, like 3rd and 13 or 15. You know what drives me nuts? You guys want to drive me nuts?
Here it is.
I know losing Jesse Bates and Von Bell was bad. You know who I miss a lot right now is Trey Flowers, the guy that could guard a tight end.
Yep.
Who the heck is guarding the tight ends? I mean, me and James were talking. James was telling me he's got over 100 yards receiving. Why can't we guard the tight ends?
120 yards Pat Freiermuth had, and every time you looked, he was going right up the middle, and he was getting 15 to 20 yards when they needed 10 to 12.
Yep, he was going right. He just was going right past Logan Wilson.
Yeah, it was not. I mean, there's two things that for whatever reason we can't do this year. We can't stop a tight end, and we can't stop the run.
And on top of that, Jesse
with
Bates.
BJ Reader, BJ Hill, those guys in the middle, that was a calling card. And for whatever reason, I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're out there too much, 15 minutes more than the offense. I don't know.
DJ Reader's not doing much for his contract either.
Yeah.
Between him and Higgins are costing themselves all kinds of money.
Well, no, Bengal Dad, I brought that up in Bruce, and they made up a good point. Most of the runs come from the outside. They say DJ Reader is getting there, but when Hubbard was hurt, if you guys noticed, most of the time it was the outside they were getting us most of the time. I pointed that out too because there was a time I thought DJ Reader was showing signs of decline, but that was pointed out. But most of the time, I believe the running backs are running on the outside. If I'm not mistaken, it's where they're really getting us.
It's hard to say. It seems to me it doesn't matter where they run.
But I pointed that out too. But no, I agree with what you're saying. But I pointed that out too. But DJ Reader, I think the difference also is who else do we got besides DJ Reader? Also, I mean, I'm not saying the same deal with Higgins and all that. If you guys think for 1 second, I think Yoshi can replace Higgins. I mean, come from the biggest Yoshi fan, no way, and all that. Although I hope I'm wrong, but
and after all this that we've talked about, all the negative, we're one game out of a playoff spot.
Yes,
literally one game. That's all we're out.
The problem is we're thinking that way, but Zach's not. If that was the best Zach could do after 10 days to prepare for Pittsburgh, he didn't think they could win.
Well, let's put it this way.
Did you see Chase go in motion the entire game? They didn't do anything.
Well, no, Bengal Dad.
No motion. There was no misdirection. There was nothing.
Well, Bengal Dad, I get what you're saying. I think the scheme could have been better, but I don't think Zach Taylor necessarily thought that he was going to try to lose that game or anything or anything like that. But I get what you're saying. I don't agree with whether we do agree or disagree with the scheme or not. I think they were trying to make it maybe easy for Browning to understand. Although Browning did say, "Hey, don't change the playbook for me or anything." Yeah.
I'll tell you what, he looks like a total fool because he was the one that he even said, there's players out here that are starting quarterbacks right now in the NFL, and I'm better than them. Boy, he looks like a fool. He looks so scared. And you know who he reminded me of? Eric Wilhelm. If you guys remember Eric Wilhelm. Boomer Esiason's backup, left-handed, blonde quarterback. He was so scared and intimidated back in the day. And that's what he reminded me of. You knew when Wilhelm came in the game, just turn TV off.
Yeah.
And Jake Browning did not earn another start here.
I think they're going to give him one.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will.
I would not be surprised if they go down to Jacksonville, and I don't care how they lose. If they lose, I think they're going to A.J. McCarron.
Yeah.
I think they switch it up.
I agree with that.
Which is precisely why I said they don't care that they're a game out. They're going to wait till they're totally out. Then they'll bring in McCarron, and McCarron will look better. And we'll all wonder, well, why didn't they make that decision back when they were playing Pittsburgh?
Well, it's because McCarron didn't come in on time. It takes time to learn the playbook, I think, and Browning's been there.
Wait a minute. Baker Mayfield on 2 days last year, he got signed on a Tuesday and played on a Thursday for the Rams and won the game.
I'm not Bengal Dad. I'm just saying.
McCarron's been here a month and a half.
No, Bengal Dad, I'm not saying I disagree with you. That's just probably what they think. I'm not saying I disagree with you.
Nah, just Zach Taylor. I was so high on Zach Taylor. He has lost so much, and I know he doesn't give a damn what I think about him. I don't think much of him anymore. I think he's a great person, but I mean, can you imagine if Kenny Pickett would have got hurt, and let's say their second round, their backup is somebody that hasn't played in 3 or 4 years? Do you think the Steelers would have played that lethargic under Tomlin?
No.
Tomlin would have had them playing balls to the walls and screaming at the defense, "You guys need to pick it up now." There was none of that.
I'll say their offense has this year, most of the year. They've
Their
been
offense
outgained the Steelers.
What about it? It's been terrible.
Right, but their offense has played lethargic all year.
Yep.
So, and that's under Mike Tomlin. So
there's one thing to be lethargic. The entire Bengals team did not seem enthusiastic during that game.
Right.
That's what I'm getting at. He didn't rally the other two parts of the team. Come on, special teams. Come on, this. I didn't see it. They were not playing to win that game.
And then, the other thing I think of is they gave up 16 points and 7 of them shouldn't have counted on that holding call that was picked up.
Yeah, I know. It was
so
picked up.
You take those 7 points away, and guess what? We won the game, and it's a different tone. Even though maybe we didn't play as well as we wanted, we would have got the dub.
I don't know if we would have. I just don't.
You take 7 points away.
I will say this: if he did not throw that interception, if Browning did not throw that interception, I think the game would have been different, or at least would have gone to overtime.
Yeah. But I think that Zach Taylor knew the playoff scenarios. I think that he wanted to win. It's just when we see the way the game went, it looked bad.
It just did.
Yeah. I don't think they didn't want to win. I don't think.
Yeah, no.
I think they just played bad, personally.
You could still want to win, but still play bad. Yeah.
Yeah. I know you get disagree, and it's okay, Bengal Dad.
No, Bengal Dad, no. Bengal Dad, I get your frustration, buddy. Believe me, I'm frustrated too.
Yeah. Mike does have a good point here. Dobbs walked to Like he walked onto the Vikings.
He did.
He has played very well with the Vikings, and they're playing what tonight? They're playing tonight, so we'll get to see if he can continue that too.
Well, he should against the Bears.
So we'll see. It's interesting matchup tonight. Obviously, Justin Fields has been interesting, but anyway, I don't know that there's a whole lot more to cover on the game unless we want to talk more stats. Like, really when you look at George Pickens and Deontay Johnson, they had one big catch and then they were basically held down, each of them.
That's because he just had to throw to his tight end.
Yeah, but
right. Well, that's the thing. 120 yards. We kept talking about it all game yesterday in the stands. Like, there's Freiermuth again. He's got 100 now. He's at 120. He just destroyed us. He looked like George Kittle out there.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another guy that's marring his career right now is Lou.
Yeah,
I don't think we need to worry about him getting a head coaching job.
I talked about that with a couple buddies of mine because we're 31th in defense. That's interesting you say that. I don't think. Yeah, a couple of buddies of mine I was talking to about that at work today. Yeah.
Well, and there's only 32 head coaching jobs.
Yep.
He apparently turned one down last year. That was the word on the street.
Yep.
So the way the defense is this year, I don't know if he gets a pass as a one-off or what, but I don't know. Who knows if he'll get that chance this year.
Yeah, but Bengal Dad, I know
Callahan's not gonna either.
Yeah.
He was a hot name last year and the year before.
That is true.
Yeah. And then you've got T. Brookie here, which I haven't seen you in the chat before, besides today, but appreciate you watching there. Why do you have Hilton playing single coverage on a 6'5" tight end? That's another thing. Hilton's about 5'9"?
Yep.
He gave up 8 inches. Did I do my math right? Yeah.
You probably are, bud.
That's a recipe for disaster. He's not Trey Flowers, who's 6'3", going out there.
And what kills me at Trey Flowers, but Bengal Dad, that's kind of hypocritical. I mean, he came in the middle of the season and all that and he was told one thing: look, you got one thing to do, guard the tight ends, and he did a hell of a job at it. And like I say, I know Dax Hill sometimes guards the tight ends, but I've seen Dax Hill get smoked by the tight ends. We do not have that. One thing to do in this offseason, when someone comes in for an interview, I look at everything like, this is what you did for your team. I don't care what the heck you did. See that tight end right there? That's your mission. Guard him on every single play. That is your mission.
Right. And how long have we talked about it?
Too long.
Bengal Dad? It seems like years we've talked about how we can't stop the tight end.
The only one that's ever done it is Flowers.
Right. And even last year, he wasn't awesome.
No.
So, maybe we'd be less awful at it this year. But I don't know. Regardless, we're going to be rooting for the team. We're going to be hoping that they win. We're going to be there.
Yeah, I don't want people to misunderstand me. I root as hard for this team as I possibly can.
Yes, you will.
But I will call a spade a spade. Zach Taylor didn't coach to win that game.
We've watched games with you, and we can attest that you're one of the biggest Bengals fans out there.
Absolutely.
We know that. Absolutely.
Hey, but guys, remember this. It's not about how hard you can hit in life. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
Mm-hmm. That's right. We'll see what happens next week. We've got our show Wednesday. We'll preview. Let's see. We got Monday Night Football against the Jags in Jacksonville. We're wearing
I will not be on the show Wednesday night.
Okay,
it's not something I have to get to. I mean, are we gonna do a show early Monday night?
Monday night. Oh,
that's a good question.
That is
I think we ought to consider that.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Good point.
Either Monday night.
My gears will be grinding an hour before that game. I know what I'm going to want to see, and I don't think I'm going to see what I want to see.
Yeah, we'll figure out. either Sunday night or Monday right before. Yeah. So one of those will be the one. But yeah, White Tiger outfit. It's undefeated. We'll have to see.
Yeah, but they hardly ever lose in the orange or the black pants either. And
True.
They managed to do that.
Yep. I agree.
Did you see the comment that Zach made after the game about what's going to happen when they're in Jacksonville?
What did he
How
say?
they're going to flip the narrative, and this team will be a different team. And what?
I'll say this. I hope so.
I hope so too, buddy.
I want to see that. I think all Bengals fans want to see that. Nobody enjoys watching their team lose.
Nope.
And, you might think afterwards about the ramifications of the loss, what it could mean later on down the road. Nobody enjoys it. I didn't enjoy watching it. My son, he's 12. He was like, why can't we stop them? And I looked at my 12-year-old son. I'm 40 years old. I said, I don't know. I don't get paid to figure that out.
I think a lot of it was right here. Football on defense is controlled a lot by emotion and heart.
Yes.
Pittsburgh just wanted the game more.
Yeah. Well, no, I'll give you another example. Tennessee, we were so much better talent-wise than Tennessee, but Tennessee had that look in their face that we didn't have and all that. They were motivated to win. So, yeah, no, I agree with you what you said on that, Bengal Dad. A lot of heart does get involved with this.
So Darth said live.
I would love to do that.
He said live show during the game. I want to watch Bengal Dad go off.
Pork chops here.
Kripson here, biggest Cincinnati Bengals kicker bully I've ever seen. Bengal Dad rules. And Pork Chop, hi from his mom's house. Hi, Mama Chop. Maybe.
Oh,
I don't know. Is that how you say it? Pork Chop, by the way, Bengal Dad loves the shirt that you sent him.
Absolutely.
He's got it right there. It is amazing. Well done, sir. You did great.
that is awesome, Bengal Dad.
It's a great.
Thank you, Pork Chop.
That is sweet.
Yeah, he's got some good designs on there. Definitely check him out. Yeah, Pork Chop. I don't know if you saw it, but yeah, he just held it up. He loved it. Absolutely loved it. But I'd say it's probably a pretty good place to stop. What do you guys think?
One more quick thing. Reds Fest is Friday. Whoever's going down Friday, hope to see you there.
Yep.
There we go.
Well, I won't be there, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll be there doing some recruiting.
Got a Bengal Dad fan here.
I just speak the truth. The lenses in my glasses are clear. They're not orange during football season. They're not red during baseball season. Call it as I see it.
It's all good. But, hey, we appreciate everybody watching. Thank you so much to everybody that donated during the season. Next year we'll be doing the same thing, so be looking out for that. But it starts January 1.
Yeah.
You can donate January 1 all the way up until basically Thanksgiving. So keep that in mind. Send us your receipts all year long. We'll make sure we're keeping a tally of them. Santori's very good with spreadsheets, so he will be keeping track. But anyway, we appreciate everybody for watching. Hooday, and we'll see you Wednesday.
See ya.
And right into the stretch. Looking back and throws up the middle. Throws is on his way around.